We met on Reddit, we Skyped every day for hours. For the whole summer we never dated. Amsterdam. Greater than Melbourne is too far, especially as a teenager, but I loved him. I've never felt that way about anybody. But then I found out that he lied to me about everything. His name, age and gender were truthful, but everything else wasn't. He said he wanted to see how far he could take a lie. The night I found out, I met him on Instagram and called him dozens of awful names. He said, "I love you." But then he unsent it. It's fucked me up since then. Did I imagine it? Am I crazy? Was he just trying to hurt me even more? Did he know that I would have said, "I love you" back? Anyways, I just need to forget about it. Sometimes love is shitty and doesn't work out. Not gonna like. I'm crying RN though. Fresh wounds still. Met when I was 18, he was 22, both were servers, had a fling on and off for 10 years, never wanted anything more. We'd go 3 to 4 years without seeing each other or talking due to other relationships and going off to college. My golden birthday, I was blitzed off Jameson shots and called him up for a booty call. 6 weeks later, I find out I'm pregnant. He was back dating a random girl but wanted to be a part of our kid's life. Fast forward to birth of our son, we started spending more and more time together, meeting extended families, having outings together. We fell in love and are expecting our second son in March. He is the best boyfriend man I have ever been with. This worked away. Met a woman at a graduate school party. We were the only smokers, so we spent a lot of time together outside and got to know each other a little. She straight-faced told me that she was coming home with me that night. That started a year-long fling that was just awesome. After a year to the date, she said that her feelings for me were getting too strong and decided to end it. We had stated early on that we both weren't looking for anything serious, but I would have said that we had moved to the dating part of the relationship. I was devastated, but I gave her space. 3 weeks later, she said that she made a mistake and wanted me back. After letting her twist in the wind for a few days as payback, we started officially dating. Since then, everything has gone wonderfully. Moved in with her after another year. We moved across country together for better job opportunities. We got engaged, bought a house, then got married. Now, she is 14 weeks pregnant and I couldn't be happier. Met on AOL in January 1997. He lived about 6 hours away. He was a senior in HS. I was a freshman. Met in person that summer, which was unheard of at the time. Became best friends. Never really dated, but he kissed me when I was 17. We both went to college. He became an unexpected father at 22. I got married and had a daughter. Remained friends. Never went longer than a month without a phone call. We were invited to each other's weddings. Didn't go. We even met up once with our former spouses. Marriages fell apart for different reasons around a decade ago. Leaned on each other. Found out there was still a spark. Started officially dating in 2009. Married 2012. Had our baby in 2015. Thanks, AOL. I met this guy on a Discord server and we had similar interests, so he invites me to his little DM group. We have been talking in this group chat for about a year now. I liked talking with him. Then over time I started having dreams about him. Had a dream I saw him in person and the details were 100% accurate after I told him. Then the dreams turned into me hugging and caring for him during Christmas and New Year's. I told him how I felt about him and it turns out he liked me too. We started to talk more about feelings and how much we liked each other. Then 3 days into talking we became voices and now we love each other. It's easier but there's easy. Went home with my friend every day after school. Freshman year of high school, he came over with a mutual friend. I ended up leaving and something told me to go back, so I did. The whole time I was gone, he asked about me. We kissed that night. Started dating the next day. We never spent a day apart for almost 6 years. We have been together 18 years, married 14 years, have 2 children. We first met as Mormon missionaries in the same city. She finished up her mission while I still had a few months to go. Decided to start emailing her, and over time we both realized we liked each other. Got home a few months later and we started dating a few months and she had second thoughts and we broke up. But we still kept talking and were still really close. After 2 or 3 months of being apart, we decided to get back together. And this time things stuck. We were both more mature about it and more honest with each other. We got engaged 2 weeks ago and we're planning on getting married in June. We were both in graduate school but belonged to different laboratories. Our laboratory had the autoclave. You use it for sterilizing lab mats. And he asked if he could use it. I let him, and after an hour or two, he went back to get his materials since the sterilization process just finished. Everything was still inside the autoclave. I asked if he has a mitts or a potholder since it was steaming hot. The autoclave reaches about 121 degrees Celsius and 15 psi. He asked if it was hot. I got pissed with his question and gave him an annoyed look. I was busy with my thesis and asked a stupid question. He went out to get one but he did not come back. Instead, he asked his friend to get his stuff since he was already scared of me. I got guilty. Few weeks after, we started talking. Another few weeks later, we were already dating. Made friends with him in undergrad because he was dating my roommate. She ended up being crazy and they broke up, but he and I remained friends as I went through a couple other relationships. One evening I was having a night with my girlfriends and I texted him feeling flirty and told him to come over so we could fuck. He stopped playing Pokemon Y and came over and we fucked. We kept fucking for several weeks and decided that we should make it a relationship. Then we kept fucking for 4 more years and decided that we should probably get married. He's my best friend and our wedding is in less than a year. We met on Plenty of Fish, completely randomly, struck up conversation and then just decided to meet a few days later as we'd both talked to people for a while and then met in person, and it had been terrible. We ended up actually rearranging our first date 3 times as we both either got caught up with work or seemingly couldn't be arsed anyways. We finally met, and from moment one, there was that kind of click that you don't actually think will happen. Jesus Christ, the sexual tension alone was crazy. But the actual human level we connected on, the shared interests, the overall compatibility, we were perfect. And continue to be.